Hi guys, this is Kate Hagborg. I'm a licensed mental health therapist with Destiny City Counseling in Tacoma, Washington, and this is another Ask a Therapist video. So this week I wanted to answer the question, what should I look for in finding a therapist? So some of you maybe have tried therapy before, maybe some of you have never tried therapy, you've kind of thought about it, but it can be overwhelming to figure out, well, how do I start? There's like a million kinds of therapies out there. How do I find somebody who takes my insurance? Do I want to use my insurance? What should I look for? So all really good questions, and I thought I'd answer a little bit of that today. So the number one thing you should look for in finding a good therapist is someone that you feel comfortable with. I think that's the most important thing. Therapy is very intimate. You are often sharing things with a counselor that maybe you've never shared with anybody else before. And I think the healing power of therapy has to do with inviting another human into your story, where we invite another human being to witness and come alongside us in the moments where we felt the most broken, or the places in our life where we're struggling to find hope, or the places where we've been the most hurt or feel the most vulnerable. And in connection to another human being in those places, there's huge opportunity for hope and healing and love and compassion to come into those places that had previously been closed off to that. So that's why I think therapy is wonderful and powerful, because we're all designed for relationship. We're designed for human connection. We thrive on belonging, and without it we suffer. And so in the places where we're feeling isolated, it's incredibly healing to have another human being enter into those places with us. And therapy is designed to be a place where you feel totally safe. The goal of good therapy should be what any therapist will learn in grad school called unconditional positive regard. So it's the job of the therapist to honestly unconditionally love the client. And that's something I love about what I get to do, is because I just love coming alongside people and championing them in their own story, and honestly getting to just release love into their life as a fellow human being who knows what it means to struggle too. I don't have it all figured out. I don't think you need to be an expert or have it all figured out to be a good therapist. Obviously, it's good to have been through things in your life and gotten victory over certain things and have expertise and knowledge. That's super important. But I think joining alongside another person in love is one of the most powerful things. And so I strive for every person I'm with to know that I respect them, I value them, I have love in my heart for them, and I don't judge them. And so when we can feel safe to be known, and when we're not afraid of being judged, and we can like really kind of pull the curtain back and say, this is who I am in my rawest form, all the mess. And when we invite other people into that struggle, that's true vulnerability, and that's where transformation happens. And so that's why finding a therapist who you feel comfortable with is by far the most important thing. I know they repeated this in grad school over and over with us, but there's a million type of therapies out there: cognitive behavioral therapy, existential therapy, EMDR, person-centered therapy. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the most important thing, regardless of therapy type, is feeling a connection to your therapist. And that is what studies show is the most effective thing in therapy. It's more important than the type of therapy that you do. Doesn't mean the type of therapy is not important, but the most important thing is that connection with your therapist. So that's the number one thing. And yeah, maybe I'll do a separate video talking about different types of therapy, because this is getting a little bit long, but I just wanted to put that out there. Also, maybe you tried therapy and it wasn't a good fit. You have the right to find a therapist that works for you. So even if you're in therapy now, or if you are wanting to try it, you might have to try a few therapists out. And that's totally okay. It's 100% okay to try somebody and it doesn't feel like a good fit, and to let them know, like, hey, I don't think this is going to work out. That's totally normal, and don't feel bad about doing that. And any therapist should be as a professional, just know, yeah, fit is important and they should encourage you to find somebody who's a good fit. So yeah, always remember you have the right to find somebody that you feel comfortable with, and that might mean, meeting a few people. Most therapists do free phone consultations, so I would definitely recommend at least doing a free phone consultation. And if you have to do a few different sit downs with people to find the right fit, it's worth the time, because when you find the person that's right, you'll be glad that you put the extra effort into getting a good match. So hope that's helpful, and maybe I'll share some more tips about other things to consider when finding a therapist in the next video. But hope you guys have a great week.